Aries, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our July reading. I will be doing things a little bit differently in regards to how the layout is, just because I am seeing a door that is basically open. I see another one kind of closed at this point, and it's either like the universe saying, well, you chose your path, whether it is you're continuing on the road of, either like consistently being in the same situation, or you finally let go and now you're manifesting something different. So I'm going to give you a reading about that and what that means for the month of July. Just remember, this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate with you, that's totally okay. It just wasn't meant for you this time, but there is a group of people that need to hear this message. So just let that go, let them have that message, and then come back for the next month reading. But let's just jump ahead in and see what the first card, oh, there we go. This one was definitely meant for you guys. The first card that's coming out for Aries is Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing a door open for so many people right now in this month. And the energy that I'm getting for Aries, the past felt like an uphill battle. It felt like, and I'm just going to tell you and read on the feeling aspect. I am feeling almost defeated. I feel like everything is happening because of me. Like if I'm in your shoes right now, right? I feel like I'm doing this to myself. And I know that. And I can't blame anyone else for it, because I know that this is in my control. And you've just been so hard on yourself instead of giving yourself grace, And so this is like a internal battle that has been back and forth. And granted, like, yes, there are outside factors, because I absolutely see outside factors that are like, there's like, I'm getting a visual of a speed bump, like really making it difficult for you to move forward or move on. There's people that are in the way. There are people that are hurting you. There is drama. I'm saying drama because I'm getting the sense of something like other people involved, whether it be coworkers, friends, maybe situationship or relationship. But the reality is your energy has been very low the past few months, and we're just going to talk about just 2025. It hasn't been, I feel like you take 2 steps forward but 5 steps back, and it's still like there is movement forward, but you're just in your own way. And I see that energy being so low because it's like self-defeating, and there's so many complex like emotions involved, right? Like, this is not black and white, and I feel the complexity in it. And I'm being as vague as possible right now. I'll pull some tarot cards in a second, but where I just really want to reiterate that your guides see you, they feel your pain. And now, like, coming into July, I'm getting a sense of like you finally, because you have known that this is kind of like self-imposed, like you are doing a lot of this to yourself. Like, if like, for example, there's someone that's like bothering you, like you have the ability to like block them or walk away from them. Like, you have the ability, but you just don't. And whether that's like social constraints because you have to because of work, or like you just are emotionally entangled, whatever that means, there's a sense of you realizing that like that's a social constraint, but you have a boundary and your boundary is more important, and it doesn't matter what anyone thinks about it. So there is that sense of growth right now that you're entering into this new chapter of July. So a lot of you guys are probably thinking like, okay, maybe thank God, because like you're just tired of feeling low and tired of like not moving forward, because there has not been any movement forward with whether it's your goals, finding someone new, being happy. Like, there's just a lot of stagnant situations happening currently, especially in June. But yeah, your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. Your vibration is right. I see the door opening. So that's part of that door that I was talking about in the beginning, that was opening for a lot of signs, including yourself. So love that for you guys. Okay. So we have Judgment, Two of Wands, and Four of Wands. Guys, so again, the Judgment card being here, it feels like for me that you have taken the time to really assess everything you've gone through and like get the bigger picture of your situation. And you have realized all the hurt you've gone through. And I feel like this is the moment that you, if you're not doing this now, this is your guides trying to tell you to forgive yourself. Because at the end of the day, people are going to do whatever they want to do because it's their, that's their journey, that's their lesson. If their lesson is to hurt you, they're going to have to hurt you, right? And you can't control that. You can't control what people do to you. You can't control other situations, but what you can control is your feelings and how you handle that situation and how you move on moving forward. And I see you taking that time to really assess what happened, to really go within and be like, look, like I again can't control them, but what I can do is control like this doesn't serve me and I can walk away. Like you have the ability to walk away from something that is your full control, that is your autonomy, and you're also forgiving yourself. And that's a hard part in like anything is forgiving your own self for going through what you went through. Because this could have been like years in the making of like the consistent, because it also feels like people pleasing. It also feels like because you care more about like an image or what people think or how they feel, and you don't want to hurt them, you don't want to upset them. And it's hard to kind of just be like, you know what? I don't care what they think. And I want to give myself the grace and be like, what I went through is valid. And yes, it was years in the making. And yes, I may have people pleased, but I've learned things. And that's the grace that, like, I hope you can, like, kind of take away from that. And I see you doing that because that's what the Judgment card, like, if you can go to the pearly gates, right? Let's just say, you're greeted at the pearly gates and, they're like, okay, tell me, why do you deserve to move on to the next chapter? Like that door, that image of the door that I'm talking about, right? If you can move on to the next chapter, tell me why you deserve that. And if you can sit there and be like, look, I went through all this, whether it's work, whether it's relationship, whether friendship or family, and I see them. I see why they did that. I see what I went through. I understand that. I learned this from that. And you know what? I forgive myself for it. And I accept what happened. I can see what I can do better and I will learn from that. And that door is going to be like wide open for you. Trust me, the pearly gates will swing. They will swing wide open. And I think that July, seeing that your vibration is rising, these two cards are like tandem for me. These mean pretty much the same thing in terms of like the energy. So letting go, learning from it, taking that lesson, moving on is like July. The moving on. So the theme here is moving on. That's what I'm feeling. And then we have the Two of Wands and the Four of Wands. So there's an opportunity for you to choose a different road. And what that means for you, right? Let's just place it where it makes the most sense in your life. Like there may be opportunity for a different job, a different career, a different hobby, maybe an opportunity for you to walk away from a relationship, or maybe an opportunity to, instead of going and date, go within and like spend time with your friends, spend time just doing things that you love instead of dating. Like there's going to be two avenues that you can choose, right? And this is the path that might be opening up for you this July. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter which way you take. It doesn't. But what your guides want you to do is to take that path and commit to it and commit fully, because I see that there is a sense of not being able to really commit to something at the moment because of the whole people pleasing, possibly, what people might think about you, that kind of a thing. Forget every other construct and just focus on what you want and then just do it. If your goal is like, I want a healthy relationship, what does that mean for you to achieve that? And then just go and do it. Whether that means like don't talk to your ex anymore, block them, don't talk to anybody. Maybe it's just focusing on yourself because you have to heal within. Or if it's a job, like I want this career. Okay, what does that mean? Go to school, get the certification, whatever that means for you, just do it. Because I feel like there's been like a bopping back and forth and not really committing to something. So that's super important. And what I'm getting a sense is like some sort of four. So Four of Wands coming up. Four for me means stability. Well, not for me. It means stability. Four is stability. Four is grounding, stability, something that's very solid. So, like, I see really that whatever you choose doesn't matter which way, right? There's no right or wrong. Whatever you choose to do, it's going to bring you stability and focus. There's like a sense of celebration, and maybe like at the end of that, there is a graduation because that's a celebration card. Maybe you graduate for something. Maybe there's a relationship that becomes serious. Maybe you guys, become a solid couple, make it official, or engagement or marriage, whatever that means in your situation. Just know that that is coming in July. Even if it doesn't happen end of July or something, it could be the next month, but you can see that the movement is there in that direction. Because again, like there's always free will on the other parties, but there is a sense of like, again, vibration is rising. That door that I told you in the beginning of the month that like is open for pretty much all the signs. I promise you, like this is like, like I feel positivity is in the air right now for everybody. Even with like things being so crazy in the world at the moment, there is a sense of like trying to hang on to hope and positivity. So just remember this kind of tidbit about your vibration and like letting go of whatever it is that you've been consistently holding on to, and just focusing on one avenue, not like back and forth and doing something for anyone else. What do you want? And I think that might be a good question to ask yourself, because that's super important. Okay, so we have Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. So a lot of you guys, I'm getting a sense of like a relationship aspect. So if this doesn't relate to you, just try to take the information about this and place it in like your work category or something. There's a sense and a very strong sense of relation. That's why I kind of talked about it in this first section here, the first oracle card that came out. There are a lot of you guys that are in a relationship. And when I'm like talking about the Two of Wands and the Judgment card together in tandem, it feels like a lot of you need to kind of go within and just heal. And there is a sense of that, even if it's work related, right? Like you're like, go, go, go. Like you need to take a second and concentrate on yourself. But I'm going to just pivot right now to the relationship aspect, because a lot of you guys, I feel like need to embrace in between. And I don't know if I showed you this card, so I'm going to do it one more time. But the in-between. And what the in-between for me means is like a lot of you, I don't know why I'm getting this emotion. It feels, so this is just the feeling like that just flooded me. I feel like I can't be alone. I feel like I need to have that person there. I need to have that validation of love. And this does not feel healthy. This feels like a past trauma, which is crazy because it's something that like you know your worth, and I feel like you just were broken down so badly by past relationships and not even by anything else. Like your life might have been fine. Maybe there's some things that you had trauma with in childhood, but nothing to the point that it affected your self-esteem until you met this last person. Or maybe last two people, because it feels like there's like a trend, but I really am getting a pull towards the last person really took you completely down, and you are in a place where it's like the only way you can move on is if you find another person or find another thing. Like if it's not a person, it's not a relationship, you just need to find another thing. And it's like, it's okay to be alone. Actually, it's more healthier to be alone. And you've been alone and you know what it's like to be alone, and you've been okay being alone. But because this person or thing or situation completely pulled you into different directions, pulled you apart, ripped you into shreds, you don't have that like self-validation when like you used to have that. Like, you know that you are beautiful or handsome. You know that you are hardworking and that you can take care of yourself. You know that. But then, like, the connection between that and then, like, love and needing a person is just not there because those two things don't need to be together. Like, your self worth doesn't depend on another person. And I think that's the part that your guides are kind of like wanting you to, again, just embrace in between, not be in a relationship, not date, just be by yourself, in between like the dating and like what your life is, and just like be present there because there's some beauty into realizing that you can do this on your own. Because then when another person comes into your life, right, and um they're not like, okay, if they came into your life now and they're giving you 20%, you're going to be like, wow, this is great, but it's 20%. And if you actually take a second to heal and come within and realize that you can take care of yourself, and that person, like, let's say the God, what a girl or guy comes in and gives you 20%, you're gonna be like, that's 20%. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, no, I need 100. So it's just like one of those things that if you want the right person, if you want the right job, if you want the right hobby, you want the right project, you have to take a second to just be on your own and like realize that like this is a beautiful life. Like you know, it's really rough out there right now with what's going on in the world. But like outside of that, like you're healthy, you're alive, you have friends, you have family, you have a great support system, you have a hobby, you can do X, Y, and Z that some people can't. And just having that perspective might like actually uplift you. And this is funny, same cards almost coming out, uplift you in a way. So we have the Hanged Man, which is what they want you to do. We have the Eight of Wands and then the Two of Wands again. So your guides really do want you to take a minute and get perspective. And that's what the Hanged Man is. Hanged Man is just, again, embrace in between. You're just hanging out. You are just chilling. You're like looking around you. Like, I think it's one of those things where like you sit and allow things to come in, like information. Like your ex might text you and you'd be like, cool, that's, I'm not gonna curse, but that's weird. That's not okay. Or like you see your friends getting married, be like, that's beautiful. And like you see like a job opportunity open, I'm like, great, let me figure that out. But like you're not making any moves. Like you're just watching and observing because I think getting all the information first before making a decision, before making moves is what the in between is for. Like, oh, someone's reaching out to you from your past. I don't know. I mean, I guess we ended on good terms. Oh, a new person's coming. Great. Like, he seems like a good time. She seems like a good time. But like you're just in the point where you need to get the information and assess before you like kind of jump into things, get in your way, get in your head. I think it's beautiful next chapter, just like hanging out, just chilling, right? There is a sense again. So your vibration is rising in July. So we're coming back to that. The vibration is rising. And again, the Two of Wands being here, same message that your guys want you to get across, and it's now like moving into the storyline now that I'm like getting into. So yeah, going back to like you were gonna have an opportunity again. There's gonna be a divide in the road. You can either stay on the road that you're on, or you can take the next one, the new chapter, because that's going to be the two roads that are opening up. And that's what I said when I first talked about how I'm going to do things differently because there's a door that's opening up. Um, I'm just going to tell you this. My guides want you, or your guides are telling my guides that they want you to take the next road, not the one that you're on right now. I'm going to reiterate, there is no right or wrong. You can stay on the road that you're on, and that will be fine. Again, it's about just picking a lane and staying in it because you haven't. I do get a sense of like, I want this, but I'm still doing this. Like, and I'll give you an example, like within the relationship aspects, I'm getting a lot of people coming in with relationships. I want to be alone and no, not alone. Sorry. I want to be single and be able to date other people, but I'm still talking to this ex or whatever. this person keeps and I'm not reaching out to him, but they're reaching out to me, and that's okay. It's not okay. Just because they're reaching out does not mean that you are not closing that door. To completely like walk away and start a new chapter, you have to ultimately just get rid of this person, period. No contact, blocking them, no like not like giving him or her any recognition. Like it's done. And that's the only way you can move forward. So again, picking a lane, because I just don't see that there is a lane being picked. It's like it's very hopping back and forth. And I see that something's going to happen. Again, 2 lanes, 2 roads. I see something happen coming in very quickly. So I really do get a sense of July. You're having this opportunity, whether it's not going to make sense until it happens. And you're probably not going to even recognize that as a divine intervention until like way later, because we usually don't really pick up on this stuff until like you're like, oh, you know what? If I didn't do this and didn't do this, I wouldn't have met that person. So just keep this in mind. You're going to have an opportunity that comes in, and you can take it or not take it. And it could be something simple as my friend invited me to a get together. And in this get together, you meet another friend. You go over to this friend's house 2 weeks later and you meet someone that like their friend at their house because they have a mini get together, and that ends up being your person. So just like realize that there is going to be an opportunity of some sorts. And it doesn't have to be something like that. It could be like an opportunity of like a vacation, or again, work related. You might have an opportunity for working with somebody else, or there's just a door that's going to open for you and you have an opportunity to take it. And I feel like you're going to have a feeling, this like internal gut reflex feeling, that it's going to feel like, yeah, like this kind of feels like a divine intervention kind of a thing. And it's going to come quickly. It's going to come as a message, someone messaging you, emailing you, calling you, telling you of an opportunity. Maybe go on a trip, maybe a girls trip, maybe you get like an email like 50% off at a spa. Like just take it. Just go. And again, you don't have to. You can sit home. You don't have to do any of this stuff. And that'll be perfectly fine. The point is, your guys just want you to pick a road. But really, deep down and truthfully, they really want you to do something that's different and not what you're doing right now. Because like we're always in movement, and we're always trying to get to evolve and to get to the next stage in our life. And if we stay in one place, we're not going to be doing that. It's just not how that works. So keep that in mind. Again, your vibration is rising. I do see that door opening up, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. So I'm getting caution. And I know why this is coming up too. Because I'm getting the sense again of not being able to stay on one lane and always putting your foot back into that door, whether someone else is pulling you in. Again, I'm getting a lot of relationship aspect things. Doesn't have to be. It could be like your boss is like, oh, one more project. It could be like work where you're just like, let me just close this deal and then I won't do another one. It's like, no, another one comes in and it's like you're locked in. There's something about being locked in. So the caution card is coming out for me because I feel like that one thing that's been holding you into like being in this lane, for lack of better terms, is going to come back. It's going to continue to keep rearing its head and trying to pull you back into the same mundane thing, same stress, same sadness, same whatever, which is like the MO of everything. It feels very much like this is the theme of the past few months. All of 2025 sounds like this, if that makes sense. And I'm getting a sense of your guides like seeing that coming over and over again. And those are your tests. Those are your tests to see if like you do deserve, again, judgment, if you do deserve to kind of go to the next phase, next chapter, and get past that door. And like that's a possibility, and very much like a thing that your guides want you to have. But that is just their caution. That is what they are just kind of leaving it out there for you to kind of just remember, which makes sense here. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So we have the Two of Cups in reverse, the Hermit, and then the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a breakup card. So again, for me, like this could be other topics for so many different Aries. I do get a sense a lot of you guys are coming here for a relationship, in the hopes of getting some information on this person, and I feel like you guys have been holding on because there's so much emotion attached to this past. It's the last person that was you were in a relationship with. There's no one else that's really coming back besides that last person, or like that's coming in really strongly, I should say. The Two of Cups in reverse. This is such a misbalance. No one's cups are filled. Why does that sound like not good English? Doesn't matter. Your cups are not filled specifically. Don't even care about that other person at the moment because we're doing your reading, right? Doesn't matter what they feel. But I feel like they keep coming back, and I think that they're toxic, and I think that you're doing everything in your power to do what's best for you, which is beautiful, but you still let this person into your life. And this situation has been over, and you walked away from this, but you're continuing, and this is like a repeat thing again, like locked in. I'm getting locked in. That's the word that keeps coming in my head. You keep doing, like, I see this like in repeat. Like I see you walking away and then coming back, walking away and then coming back, walking away. And it's just it's this repetitive motion that's making you stuck. This is why you haven't like left. This is why you haven't left your situation. This is why nothing is like getting better. This is why you keep thinking everything's like going wrong. And the reason why I feel like, okay, a lot of you guys have had, there are some situations that I feel like happen that you like cracked windshield. I'm getting a cracked windshield, or like a nail, like I just got my nails done and they broke, like things like, "Ugh, I just did this and it's broken." And it's like I spent so much money and it's broken, or something like that, or it's going to be so expensive to fix. There's something like that, and it's just like, oh my, that's my life. That's your guides, and forget your guides. That's the universe literally screaming at you to stop. That's all the you are getting signs and you are ignoring them, and it's like woe is me, like kind of a feeling about it. But it's a sign. It's a sign. Like those things happen for a reason, to give you a push to be like, look, you're in a negative situation and negative things are going to happen because laws of attraction. Like if you want things to be better, walk away from the negativity. That's it, period. Like I'm in a place in my life where I have cut out people that just only have negativity around them. If they're consistently like low energy, like I don't need that. And it's like, I'm not going to go to their face and be like, I hate you, you're negative and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, have a boundary, and like, and that my life isn't now bringing in that negativity. So take that as like, it's okay to like distance yourself from things. And if whatever the situation is, you can distance yourself from it so that you don't have this bad stuff coming over and over again. You're not stuck in this loop, and then you're not having bad things happen. And again, for the third time, in a different form, in a different way, you have the Hanged Man. You also have the Hermit. Your guides want you to be alone. Your guides want you to, it's this card, and I say this every time I pull this, it's not about being lonely, it's about being alone. And it's time for you to like walk away again for the fifth time from the situation in order for you to be able to get this next beautiful chapter that's coming. And you guys are cautioning you in regards to this person, this situation coming back in. If this is a relationship, I kind of want to see what it is that they want to say, or sorry, not that they want to say, what they're like thinking. So this is the Hidden Oracle, and this is going to be like what they're thinking about, and it just feels so toxic to me. So many things remind me of you. This person is going to consistently come back. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm getting. This person will probably even say that. I'm sure that they probably texted you at some point and be like, hey, like, I remember when we did this together. And that's a way to manipulate you to get you, like, to talk to them again. I mean, like, we all know that, right? But it's like, yeah, I feel like I get a text message. I'm seeing a text message of, like, a picture of something, or hey, remember when or I'm eating at this restaurant, remember when we went there, reminds me of that moment, whatever. Like there's some kind of like message like that. So this is like advice and like the last tidbit from your guides. So we have options, results, security, abundance, foresight, and exploration. So your guides want to let you know that you will have options. You will have options. You will have this, like this is not the end of your road. There's always going to be a next soulmate. There's always going to be next job. There's always going to be a next opportunity. Like your world never stops. Like the world doesn't stop spinning. You don't stop moving. You're never going to be in a position that you can't handle and work yourself out of, you know? Um, there's going like if you can continue on the path of just focusing on what you want and not care about other people or not let other influences in that are negative, that are holding you back from getting what you truly deserve, then you will see results. If you are able to just keep moving and staying in your lane, you will see results. You will get the security, you will get the abundance. And there's like a sense of like happiness, like exploring around it. It's like seeing what your options are, seeing what you want, see, and like the beauty in that and the power in that. Because I don't think like you even realize that like you have choices. You don't have to be with this person that's continuously, or even job or whatever, continuously bringing you the heartache. Like you have the ability to like explore and see what you want and say no, like go on a date and be like, you know what, not for me, bye bye. Like you don't have to people please and you don't have to be stuck with that one person. And I think that's the beauty in this reading, and that fact that your vibration is rising. I see July being absolutely beautiful if you can really hone that energy in. So if this message did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss the next reading, and come back for August. Wow, I'm flying. Time is seriously flying. Thank you guys. I'll see you again.